I hope your 20.1 attempt went well. If it didn't, then we have some help for you for your repeat. In the comments of this video, you'll find a downloadable PDF that we use to evaluate videos to help people make sure that their repeats go better. So I'm gonna walk you through that right now so you know how to use it and how to make a plan for your repeat. All right, so here's the spreadsheet. You see all the columns right here: start time snatch, finish time snatch, snatch split, start time burpees, transition, finish time burpees, burpee split, transition to next round, and then round time. You'll also see that there's some color coding at the top. There's these green cells right here, and then there's these light blue cells. The way that this is organized is basically you'll watch your video and you'll fill out all the times for the green cells first. I feel like this is just an easier way so that you can kind of fast forward through your video. Then you can do the math afterwards and kind of see how you lost time. So as an example, everyone's starting their first round of snatches at the 0 mark. Let's say this first round of snatches takes you 30 seconds. Then you drop the bar and you start the first round of burpees at 40 seconds. And you finish that set of burpees at 1:30. Then you start the next round of snatches at 1:45. You finish those snatches at 2:15. You start the set of burpees at 2:30, and then you finish the burpees at the 4-minute mark. So you'll basically just go through your whole video and you literally go from round 1 to round 10 and fill all of that in. So as you're working, you can kind of fast forward through your video either on your iPhone or on your YouTube channel to try to figure out where you're actually starting and finishing. Then after you have all of these cells filled all the way out for your full video, then you're just gonna do the math to get your snatch split times, your transition times, your burpee split time, your transition, and your total round time. So for round 1, it's gonna be pretty easy. We start at 0, we end at 1:30. That's gonna give us a total round time of 1:30. Our snatch starts at 0, goes to 30 seconds, so our snatch split is 30 seconds, and keep all of these in seconds. Your transition time from snatch to burpees is 10 seconds, so that first transition is 10 seconds. Your burpee split time is from when you started your burpees until when you finish your burpees. So here you see that's 50 seconds, so my burpee split is 50 seconds. And then I went from 1:30 is when I finished my first round, but I didn't actually start my next set of snatches. Like maybe I grabbed some chalk or I did something as I was resting. I didn't start until 1:45. So that's a 15-second transition until my next round. So you see now I have all of these columns filled out in my first round. Then I'd move into my second round. So snatch split from 1:45 to 2:15. Again, that took me 30 seconds. That transition from starting my snatches or finishing my snatches to starting my burpees is 15 seconds, so that's a 15-second transition. Then my burpees, I started at 2:30, I went to 4 minutes. That's a 90-second total work time. My transition to the next round, I would need something when I started over here, so let's just fill it in and say I started at 4:30 and took a 30-second rest. And then my total round time would be from 1:45 until 4 minutes. So that means it took me 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So when you do the math of all of these split times, you'll be able to start to identify patterns. So if I filled this out here and let's say it took me 35, 40, 42, 50, 65, 70, 75, and then at the end, I start to go really fast, and it's 30 seconds. This is completely unrealistic and arbitrary numbers, but you kind of start to figure out, okay, well, here are the rounds that I lost all of my time, and you can start to go back and start to identify what you were doing during those rounds that took away the time. Were you resting? Were you putting your hands on your knees? And you can start to distribute some of that work time up into the earlier rounds so that your pacing model is more appropriate. What I found with most people so far in this workout, that these earlier rounds are pretty good. So people are averaging like 1 minute round times, and then you start to get to the end and you start to really fall apart, and they're 1:30, 2 minutes, 2 minutes to 15 seconds. And as you're starting to slow down, you're losing a lot of time that you may have been able to distribute into rest time in the earlier rounds so that you're a little bit less redlined earlier. So hopefully this type of a structure will help you start to identify what you need to do in your second attempt to make sure that as you're going into your workout, you know exactly where you're losing time and how to construct a strategy that helps you eliminate some of that time. So that's how we would video review at Training Think Tank for design athletes, for individual athletes, for anybody that wants to get better on a second attempt. Hopefully that strategy helps you get better on your second attempt. If it does, leave us a comment and let us know how much you improved from your first attempt to second attempt. And we'll see you later in the week with Throwdown episode 20.2.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Pata in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button. Let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Pata.